In this video, we see lots of crashes as the Spaniard up ahead hits the barrier, and we decide that we don't want to change our tyres, but is it a worthwhile strategy? Hello everyone, and welcome back to a Gran Turismo video where we're in an Audi R8 LMS Evo. Yes, we're the only person in a different car in this lobby with all the Genesis. Now, if you haven't already worked it out by the thumbnail and the title of this video, we're looking for a car where we could do a no-stop race, because I kind of figured that if you could do a no-stop, you could probably get pretty far up this grid without actually overtaking anyone, which would be kind of nice because it is very close racing actually. As we go to turn one, then Jack's hit it down the inside there as we leave that corner. We're side by side, and as I always say, going up here side by side is not worthwhile doing. So if I'm the car on the outside, I would have backed out of it, but Jack doesn't. Jack hits the curb. Jack goes to Narnia, and Jack is out of there. So we maintain our position there. Shadow's been pushed off there as we're up into P14 then as we go to lap 2. Obviously, trying to do a no-stop, we don't have to pit. Oh, hello. Classified has hit the barrier then. That's another victim here. But you don't have to pit straight away if you're doing a no-stop. Well, I say no-stop, no tyre change. I keep going on with no-stop. It's no tyre change. But essentially, you don't necessarily have to pit on lap 1. You're just trying to basically use the slipstream to your advantage and then pit when you are stuck in traffic. Like about now, really, where we're behind Kevin Gran Turismo here as we leave that corner. It's cost us a little bit of time here. So what we're going to do is head on left and head into the pits then. And we'll not change tyres, so don't change, don't refuel. We fast forward here a little bit. Tell our pit crew we don't want anything and leave the pits, and they think that's a giant waste of time. But we'll see what it is in terms of this race as we go through turn 1. So what we're going to do is advance a bit further on here, and I'm actually going to change my brake balance. I started on +5, went to 0, now I'm on -5, because the rear left tyre is going down very quickly. In fact, it's below half already on lap 10. Not looking good, is it, this one, as we continue on out of there. Let's see what happens, though. Old boy came out the pits there as we continue on. We're in P10 now, so we've done some overtaking in this car. It's a slower car to the Genesis, as we've seen on this race combo. The fact that Genesis dominates the leaderboard here as we continue on towards the end of lap 13 then. Going into here, the left rear has now gone. It's on 0% tyre wear, so that +5 at the start really didn't help matters very much then as we leave here. And you can see that there it's literally on 0 as we zoom back out then and back into the race and head towards turn number 1 with Cicciolino, and looking down the inside actually, and we've also got Shadow behind as we go into here. Hey, hello. Car's oversteering like crazy. We've got to try and survive 7 laps, so that's what we're going to try and do here as we head up the hill a lap later then. In towards the right hand that we go, and unfortunately car goes. So that is the end of that one, I'm afraid. It was a nice effort, I would say, but yeah, not worthwhile in this car. However, I'm not giving up on this no tyre change strategy. I think it's possible, and we're going to see if we can do it. So what we're going to do now is jump to a different car. That car, the Porsche 911 there. And then Poloff has actually chosen the 911 as well. So that gives me a bit of hope here in the fact that this car is faster than the Audi R8 at this circuit. And the fact another person has picked the car means it's probably competitive as well, unless they're doing the same thing I'm doing. But we'll see as we go into this race. Jack doesn't send it this time. Oh, in fact, Jack does send it this time there, right at the very end of the braking zone then. Gives me some room on the exit, of course, as we continue on. But this Porsche quicker than the Audi in accelerating, as we've just seen there. So we survive versus Jack here as we head up the hill then for the first time of 20 and continue on through. I do like this race. It's a really fun little race, this. But I want to try and get some more different strategies out there if I can. And that's the point of this video, really. As we go into turn 1 then, everybody is everywhere up here. Look at that, side by side, everywhere. Just have to avoid Sasha racing there just a little bit there as we're going to pull in behind them. Because as I always say, too wide up here never, ever, ever works in the history of Gran Turismo. Not for as far as I can see anyway. As there is some English in that sentence I just produced. I'm sure there is. Anyway, into the right-hander we go. There's a push there on Magma, it looked like. And Sasha exits stage right there. So we gain 2 positions, 1 corner. But Jack's coming back at us here as we go side by side then. And heading towards this final corner into the braking zone we go. We slow it down nicely. Could it continue on out? Now, it looks like I'm going for the move here. But I'm not. Because I know that Genesis is going to be quicker than me. I'm just trying to get some space here. And then I will pull in behind. Jack's going to go defensive here, but I was never going to go for the move here. I just want to survive. I'm trying to do a no tyre change strategy. And Jack, of course, doesn't know this. Jack's trying to race and thinks that I'm going to continue racing. So So, you know, Jack's doing it right there as we continue on out of turn 1 then. And we're going to go in the pits at the end of lap 3 because we're getting in all the action again. We advance to lap 10 then, and coming into turn 1, we meet Spoloff and JM here, two of the best Spanish drivers out there. You've obviously got Giuseppe as well. They really are up there, and the Spanish, probably one of the most competitive countries at the moment in terms of top drivers. They really are as we head up here. Don't worry, Nicky, I haven't forgotten about you as well as we go through this right-hander. Yeah, Nico's probably going to kill me with a Nicky, but hey, who cares? Into the right-hander we go. We are ahead of Poloff at this moment in time, so it just showed that the tyre change does save you some time at least, as Poloff's going to send it down the inside. Oh, hello! Who was that coming out? That was Old Boy coming out the pits. That was very close, wasn't it, as we go into the right-hander, and we're down now to P9. But we're not doing too bad here, to be honest with you. Tyres about halfway there, as we see Old Boy now go for that move at the end of lap 12, start of lap 13 then, as we go in towards turn 1. Again, I'm just letting people go here because I'm trying to survive it. I'm trying to gain positions through strategy rather than aggression and overtaking on circuit. And that's the point of the video, as I say. To find alternative strategies. Jack Garcia's back at the action here, going down my inside line then as we head towards turn 1. Again, just stay out wide is what I'm going to do here and then fall in behind. Because it's the easiest way to just let somebody go and not lose that much time in the grand scheme of it. Lap 16 then. Uh-oh, those tyres are very, very low. Right, what can we do then? So this no tyre change isn't really looking like it's working out. Oh, bit of oversteer there. Not really looking like it's working out so far. I mean, we do gain positions, but then we start to lose out and start to fall back here. As we see Shadow is coming back at me then. Going to go down that inside line as we head towards turn 1, and the same situation again, just stay on that outside line, try and survive this tidge as we've got 4 laps to go then as we continue on through here, or 3.7 or whatever it's going to be at that moment in time. So at the end of lap 17, we've got Beach Breaker coming behind and decides to give me a bit of a bump draft. Thank you, mate, but I wasn't expecting this. And now the Porsche is going supersonic into turn 1, which is not the greatest for my tyres. Obviously, you didn't know this, because I have no tyre wear left on my left-hand side. So stopping the car on the right-hander and doing right-handers is quite difficult. So obviously, you realise this and you're going to go for the overtake there. So well played to you in the Fanta machine. I was going to say a tango joke then, but it's Fanta, not tango. So there goes that idea. Anyway, towards turn 1. Who sent that? Knudsen there. Sent it from a while back there. Coming out of this corner. Slight tap on the rear there. They do let me go, though. So fair play with that sportsmanship as we head up the mountain on the penultimate lap then. It looks like we're not going to finish last, which is the goal, because we finished last in the previous race. But is Knudsen going to get by here? Yes. So even before getting onto that straight start-finish rate there, gets through there. Nice clean move, actually. Really well played with that one, as we're going to advance towards the end then. The final lap and cross that line. So it's not looking promising, this, is it really? As we are, what, 17:55 on time there. So what's that, 22 seconds-ish off the pace. I decided to pick the car which is top of the car profiles in terms of tyre wear. Yes, it's the BMW M3 Endurance model. I was like, if any car can do it, it's this car. So let's see if it can do it. Right, let's head towards turn 1, where we've got an Alpha 4C, which I did think about, actually, and Molasco's got it there. And we've also got Poloff, who's in the Porsche again. So we've got a couple of different cars in this time, which is good, but mainly Genesis. The Genesis Cup multi-class race, we should call it, as we continue on down the hill then. The P14 this time, we're 1 up to where we normally are. As we head up here, they're going side by side up ahead. And again, as I always say, you can't... Oh my word, that was close. That was very close there, as you can't survive side by side up there. I've still yet to see it, but who knows? Maybe we'll see it in one of the videos this week, or beat the meta. Lap 3, I come in the pits again because I was catching up to traffic. Let's see what we can do in this BMW. So I'm running +5 brake balance in this BMW to really try and hold those front tyres, because being an FR car, the front tyres are going to go first. We're on lap 11 at this moment in time. And look where we are. We're P5, folks. Ladies and gentlemen. It's looking quite promising so far. We're above halfway on both tyres as well. Oh, no. A bit of oversteer there. That's not good. And we are in the 51s, actually, except there where that was where we lost the rear end on that lap. Red Bull gas goes down the inside then, and looking to get the job done. Again, we're just trying to survive this. If we can get a top 10, be happy days indeed, in my opinion, in terms of making moves in this race. Well, let's see what happens as we go up the hill once again. We've got GT behind us and Kevin in, well, Kevin Gran Turismo, actually in Gran Turismo, as we continue in towards this right-hander. Art's going to send it down the inside. Gets his stop, though, very nicely on that inside line. Slight tap there. Did give me room, to be fair. Tried to, at least, as we continue on. And Kevin's going to get this done as well. And it's all about letting them go then at that point. No point fighting that one. Let's try and survive in P8 then. As we look on our left-hand side, we've got Jack and then Killian. Killian's in here. We've got a world champion in here. In Killian, Olympic champion. Killian's won everything at this point, hasn't he? Killian is rapid. It was great to meet you, actually, Killian, if you are watching this video in Amsterdam. Absolutely superb to meet you. Finally meeting you, of course. Right, continue out there. I'll dip let Killian go there. And Killian's going to say thank you with the hazards. No problem. I'm trying to survive here. As we continue with Shadow. Shadow's overtaking me for what, like the third time now? Probably getting sick of overtaking me at this moment in time, doing some weird strategies. But we're on lap 16 at the moment. We've still got tyres, which is looking good, isn't it? It really is looking good. But the problem is we're going backwards at the moment in this race, which is not so good at all, really, as we continue on there. So up ahead, somebody decides to pit wall themselves, and that's Red Bull Gas. No idea why that happened or for what reason, but hey, we'll take 3 positions. So back into that top 10, or well inside the top 10, although we've got the Hungarian driver going down the inside then, and they get that done. So that down to P10, should we say, as we leave that corner. 3 laps to go. We still have tyre wear. This car is so good on tyre wear, so it makes sense it's top of the leaderboard. However, that front left has finally gone here as we head towards turn 1. We've got Mitch there going down the inside, getting the job done. Beautiful move there from Mitch as we continue on out of there. We're in P11. Can we survive in P11? That is the question. So the final lap here, we've got Jack behind us as we continue towards the final couple of corners then. All we've got to do is survive this as we head in there. So we stay right a little bit here, go towards the left then. Coming into here, we get a tag from behind, and then we get another tag from behind. Unfortunately, that pushes us out wide here. Not really liking that, because I consider that a bit of a push to pass, I'm afraid there, Jack. Not the clean move there that we saw earlier on where you were doing clean moves, but we're going to come home in P13. So, yes, you can do the no tyre change. Would I advise it? No, don't do the no tyre change. It's definitely not worthwhile doing. Unfortunately, folks, that is it for this video. If you did like it, give it a thumbs up. Do subscribe to the channel to stay in touch with all the latest content. I appreciate all the support. And we are basically 1,000 subscribers away from the 40,000 special. Thank you once again, and I hope to see you in another video or live stream again very soon.